Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Oops. Cool. Post is up. Mm-mm-mm. Oops. Okay. Well, I took some time to actually play a little bit of this on my own and figure out a little bit of a better method than what I was doing last time I was playing because I was getting destroyed. You can't just come up out the gate and start cutting off stuff that people like. Doesn't matter what kind of dictator you want to be. You got to make sure to at least look like a good guy at first. And you hit him with the old bait and switch at the end. So I figured out from Jump Street, you got to fix crime. Even though it tells you right in the beginning it's low, but they start you off with like no prisons. So you start with law and order, the basic stuff. Here we go. Prisons. Yeah, overcrowded. So I think the winning formula is fix crime in the beginning. Uh, Fix crime, fix unemployment, and then try to balance the budget. So in my own playthrough, I destroyed the budget and ended up in a debt crisis, and I had no clue how to fix it. And then once you end up in the debt crisis, like I won the first term, ended up in a debt crisis, and then immediately cut military spending. And then the voters are like, "Ha, that's suspect. Why is he cutting military spending right after he wins the election?" So the people are smarter than you would think. So with that being said, you gotta get shared cells at least to jump. Another thing I learned is really hard to keep your cabinet people loyal. Especially if they're liberals. I don't know why, but I tend to actually be liked by socialists, even with my policies. The liberals don't like me, but the socialists do. I don't know how that makes sense. Um, yeah. So let's see. We said more prisons, or at least sharing cells now, huh? We like that. Armed police. They start them off with submachine guns, which is hilarious. I don't know. That's not a budget I think I want to cut yet. You gotta go with the easy stuff. Like, where's tasers at? Here we go, tasers. Oh, that's firearm laws. Oops. Nah. Oh, here we go, tasers. So, with tasers, I try to put them at least at common. Yeah. There you go. We need to have standards here in our country. My standards. What else? Oh, and the religious people? Okay, here's the thing when I play. It's so weird. I piss off the religious people, the conservatives, and the capitalists. But the poor, the socialists, and patriots? Yeah, the patriots you like? Yeah, I don't know. I'm weird on the political compass of where I'm actually supposed to be, but what can you do? Body cameras. That's fine. What's funny, also, some stuff isn't like super accurate for, I think, for the beliefs. Like, more body cameras, it used to be a liberal thing, but I think it's actually become a more conservative thing. But then in this game, if you have more, the conservatives like it less. So that was an interesting thing that I saw. Some conservative values could be considered liberal at the time of this game, and vice versa. So that's something to look out for. All right, let's see. So I did more prison, more tasers. What else? What else? Let's see. Antisocial behavior. Oh, community policing. This one was super important. This actually makes a huge difference. So, let's do medium community policing. And that costs no political capital. Let's see. Narcotics. Legalize weed. I mean, you would think there should be at least an age limit. Yeah, let's go down to age limit for cannabis. Cut a little bit of the... Okay. So we fought a little bit of crime. Let's see what the people have to say, huh? Let's see. Climate change protocol. Our data is showing that we'll have a potentially bad situation, drug addiction, if we don't act soon. Well, I just cut back cannabis, so I think we're on the right track for that. Budget deficit of 128 billion. 71% of the vote. We got more people in the party. Global economic boom. See, and this is where shit gets sketchy with the global economy, because that's where I ended up in this crazy recession, and it never ended. And then I was spending way too much money, and what's crazy is I still was getting like 90% of the vote. All right, so not too many complaints right now. Let's just check this climate change shit. The United Nations Climate Change Conference signed a new protocol to limit the emission of greenhouse gases in industrialized countries. Your country participated in the talks and drove a hard bargain in order not to put too much strain on the economy. Still, ratifying the protocol can be costly, limiting GDP growth and worker productivity. On the other hand, experts claim that's the only way to save the environment. Man, fuck the environment, bro. With our economy at stake, we cannot ratify a proposal that prevents growth. Yeah, I just got into the joint. Because that was a problem I had before with my GDP. My GDP. Ooh. Yeah, the other thing is foreign relations. If you start cutting off foreign relations and trade with them, then like food costs go up. So I can get the environmentalist on my side. That was the other people I had on my side. I was cutting CO2 and doing dumb shit for them. All right. So we cut crime last time. Let's see. Definitely work on some unemployment stuff. The unemployment situation is actually kind of hard to deal with. Because if we start increasing technology, that's more jobs, but that shit's expensive as hell. I need to create some jobs. Let's see, the state school is a big deal in employment. Give the schools a little bit more money. See, it sucks because the school's like our second biggest expense. Check this shit out. Oh, it's the fourth. It's the fourth expense. Still gigantic though. But also, state pensions get more money, which low-key cutting the state pension is kind of a move. Huh. I don't know if I want to start cutting yet. Unemployment. Where's that shit at? I can't spell for shit. What the hell? Here we go. Oh, it's right here. I know y'all probably can't see that. Let's see. How do I create jobs? Oh, State Postal Service. Here we go. I fully fund this. Yeah, you fully jump in this John and fully unemployed. Fully fund the post service. That's an easy way. I wasn't even putting any money on it before. Fully fund the postal service to still put your mail in the wrong fucking mailbox. I hate that. Let's see here. Let's see here. Minimum wage. Do we raise the minimum wage? Do we raise the minimum wage? I think if we do that, it makes us more uncompetitive. Yeah. And what's based about this, the game is actually smart. It realizes, yeah, if you raise the minimum wage, people actually end up unemployed. So it's not a good way. Not a good way to fix employment. I mean, I think this game should be required in school. This game totally should be required in like high school to show people how economics works. Because this shit's pretty freaking accurate, and I've learned a lot about politics myself just playing this game. Adding on to stuff that I already know. I would have had hella fun playing this in school, man. Road building. Somebody tell me what I'm supposed to do. God, 23 billion on that. I'm trying to find the cheapest ways to raise employment. Social care. Let's see. A package of policies which provide care directly to those who need it from the state. This includes daycare and residential care home for the elderly who can no longer live alone, care for dementia, and support for women refugees, and for people with mental health difficulties. Why is it always gotta be women refugee? Why can't it be... It's never the women, right? It's never the women that come here. Alright, I'll give my liberal women a win. God, it's so much money. God, and these state services that they're talking about aren't ever good. Huh. That barely changes the unemployment, dude. For that much money? Hell no. There's gotta be a better way. What's art subsidies? That barely does shit. I need like a significant move that also doesn't cost me $1 billion. Because this does. Lame. Fuck. Alright, let's raise the police force. How about that? That's an easy win. It's not too expensive. It's not the most significant drop of unemployment, but I guess it's cheaper than what we were doing before. God, but I don't know. See, that's the thing. That is the thing. I never know. Because I'm so worried about the budget now. Because it's so easy to just let the budget slip and then you're screwed. There's nothing you can do once it goes out of hand. Retirement age, let's see. If you raise it, unemployment goes up. Lower it, you lazy bastards. Nah. I can't do that. I'm gonna lose out on my people, man. Who's gonna work for me if I let them retire at fucking 60? Private prisons. This creates some jobs, huh? Unemployment. How much does that cost? No, it's not the most expensive. Barely makes a dent in the unemployment. But the capitalists are gonna like it, so don't do that. More prison. We can fix crime and unemployment at the same time. Let's see. Ooh, we could do one of these job. Yeah. I think the business, yeah, the business council's good for the GDP. Mm-hmm. Creates employment and prosperity. I'll just leave it as it is. Damn, where the unemployment button go? Huh? Let's see, labor laws. Nope, doesn't affect unemployment. I lost the damn button to show me where everything is. Oh, it's way up here now. Let's see. State Health Service. That is crazy money. Damn, that's a lot of money on that. Healthcare is crazy. Because again, with the space program, you barely move this shit. And they're already at 20 billion. Like, hell no. State broadcast. Barely scratches the surface. That ain't. No. I think the right move, unfortunately, is probably it's probably going to be taken from the state pension a little bit. You feel me? And give to the schools. How much is that? Yeah. Yeah. They're not gonna like that. Let's see what they say in the next round here. Let's see. Trans military ban. We always choose to ban. Look at that. Crime is down. Prison overcrowding is fixed. Hey, look at that. Fixed one problem. Ooh, and my deficit is down. Look at that. 96 billion. Okay. Because I cut them damn state pensions. Gig economy. I'm working on trying to fix that. Labor law. That's easy to fix. The economy's doing well. I'm happy about that. All right. Nothing too crazy. I can get behind that. Cool. So, dude, the trade unionists are assholes. You cannot satisfy these guys no matter what. And I can actually, at some point I'm going to do it, but you can ban trade unions. And I'm going to ban them. And then see if they try to kill me. That'll be fun. But in the meantime, are you talking about a gig economy? I had the labor laws tab open once before. What can I do for labor laws? If I can find the damn button for it. Labor laws. Am I blind? Fuck. So what happens when you play nerdy menu games like this. So glad they have a search bar. Holy shit. Okay, let's see. Labor law. Wow, so this is the problem with frickin' unions. If I change the labor law and make it balanced, I lose productivity in my people. And who wins? The unionist and the socialist. I mean, wages go up. A little bit. It's not that expensive. It's a few billion. You know what? Let's make it balanced for the sake of wages. This ain't for the union. This is for the wages. And then I guess too, I know the road building is expensive, but I did cut my budget a little bit. Did I even give to the school like I said? I don't know, unemployment in that sector is already super low. I'm curious about this road. Like I said, better roads, more people drive. You know, let's add a little bit of money to the roads. Like 2 billion. Yeah, don't go crazy. still can't touch the military budget. Where else can I cut? Okay, the state school is getting more than the pension now. Good. There's like little ass random ones that I found that I can actually cut. And nobody would even know the difference. I just gotta figure out where those are. Like dumb shit. Where's transgender shit? Oh, speaking of, yeah, we're banning trans soldiers. Let's see here. Yeah, gender transition. Yeah, we put way too much money on that. We're dropping that. We're dropping that hardcore. Save my one capital. Okay. I might have pissed some people off again. I really don't think so though. Let's see. Look, crime is going down. International charges. An international criminal court has brought charges against me for murder, rape, and deportation. Huh? Huh? Who the hell did I murder, rape, and deport? I just cut spending. You serious? Fuck. Wow. Who can I sue for that? That's bullshit. Let's see. She's whining about science funding. Whatever. Otherwise, I'm doing pretty good. How do y'all make some shit up like that, though? Can I make a statement? Let's see. What is the perception of me? I'm not compassionate. Ugh. They always say that. Feed a baby lamb. Yeah, let's feed the lamb. Look, they love me. They love me. I fed the lamb. Give me your trust, people. Yeah, look at that. Now I'm back in some good graces. Now I'm that compassionate hero that everybody deserves. Let's see, my cabinet people aren't too happy. What's new? What did I say it was? Prisons, cut spending. Where can we make some money? Could raise the tobacco tax. The poors wouldn't like it though. Damn speed cameras. Wow, it really doesn't change the, Oh, does. The motorists down below hate it. Trials. Yeah, because honestly, again, I fucking hate speed cameras, dude. Like, IRL, fuck a speed camera. Can we do just accident hotspots? Will be reasonable enough. If I had it my way, though, I would get rid of fucking speed cameras entirely. Or at least red light cameras. I guess there's a difference. It's red light cameras that take your fucking picture. Get rid of those. Alright, I need to figure out where there's money going to shit that doesn't matter. Oh, they got a water... they got a water cannon. Fucking law. Yeah. Cut the water cannons. That's easy. What else do the liberals not want? Look, tear gas. Cut back on tear gas. Look. We'll go low. Again, easy savings right there. But once I actually start my my bullshit, I'm gonna have to really fund those. What else? Yeah, this international charges situation. I don't know what to do there. Let's see, what's the alcohol law? Maybe I should throw a diplomat up in there. I need a dip. Oh, I can't even afford a diplomat this round. Okay, well, let's see if I can find another spot to cut some spending. Ooh, faith school subsidies. Well, that's gonna be fun. State broadcast. I don't even have any. I can cut 20 billion. 20. Yeah, 2 million. I don't know how numbers work. Banning tobacco is crazy. Gender Discrimination Act. Why does that cost money? And you can't really change the cost of that. So it shouldn't cost anything. But it does. I don't have enough capital to do shit. Again, you're spending money on a race discrimination act? That's retarded. Yeah, we're cutting that shit back. Are you serious? Ain't no way we spending money on racial politics. Not liberal racial politics. That's just mental. Alright. Who did I piss off? Let's find out. Major donor abandons party. Looks like you haven't been keeping the eyes of your donors. Yeah, well. Patriot, motorist, patriot, self-employed patriot. Yeah, I mean, the donors right now, I am not worried about. Fake news on our situation. Yeah, they done lie to call me a murderous, rapist, deporter. You think? That should have been considered fake fucking news. Alright, GDP's looking good. Everything's staying relatively the same. I think this round is probably... Hey, yeah, this round is probably going to be satisfying voters now and their needs. See, patriots, state employees, the poor loves me, the retired still loves me. Again, the socialists still love me. As a conservative, well, conservative, I don't even know what the hell to call myself, but as somebody who leans right, it's very hard to satisfy capitalist conservatives and religious people all at the same time. Because believe it or not, some of the shit, they're really at odds with each other. And it's annoying. Especially the religion. The religion shit is weird. The religious people, like, want genital mutilation, but they don't want the death penalty. All I know is the religion that's represented in this game is the wrong one. Because Christians are very much so for the death penalty because it's just. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at my cabinet. Let's see, my foreign policy, liberal, socialist. She should be feeling okay. She's liberal. She likes the coloreds. Conservative capitalist. Motorist socialist, which is, she loves me to death. Religious capitalist. Ethnic minority capitalist. So this transportation woman's pissed off the most. Conservative commuter. What can I do for the conservatives? My donors, they're patriot, patriot, patriot. It's very easy to satisfy patriots, I'll tell you. Okay, they're happy. They're not under 50%. That's when I start getting worried. Okay, conservatives. Oh yeah, gated communities. That's easy. That's an easy W. Yeah. The liberals don't like nice things. Maybe I shouldn't go too hard, huh? We'll go up to encouraged. How about that? There you go. Gender Discrimination Act. Yeah. Oh yeah, selective schooling. That's an easy choice too. Huh. There you go, conservatives. Easy win. Alright, capitalist. Actually, the religious. The religious. Oh yeah, I did religious banknotes all the way. That's easy, dude. Never had a problem with it. All the way up. Okay, and then the libs. I done just pissed them off. I gotta give them something. Is there a policy I can give them? Let's see. Hmm. Damn, there's nothing I can really give the libs. Oh, wait. Free parenting classes. It's cheap. I just don't want to give them a social justice foundation. F that. I'm not putting money on that. Free parenting classes. This is gender equality, right? Yeah. Leave it at a Billy. Cool. And I still got a little bit of capital left. Let's see. Liberals. Give you a little bit of a child benefit too, huh? I think everybody likes that, except the capitalists, of course. Which child tax credits being considered a liberal thing is ironic. All right. Safeguard oil. Representatives from oil companies based in our country have requested that the government deploy troops overseas at our oil refineries in the Middle East to protect them from being attacked by terrorists. The governments involved are happy for our troops to be stationed on their soil for this purpose. Let's see, I can send the troops. This is why we have a military, and we should not be afraid to use it. Foreign terrorists need to understand that we are prepared to take determined action to safeguard our oil supplies. This is not a foreign invasion, merely the provision of extra security for vital parts of our industry that will be overseas. If we do not deploy troops, the oil supply will suffer. Do not deploy. It doesn't matter what our motivation is. The symbolism of our troops landing on foreign soil, heavily armed and prepared to use deadly force, is going to cause a major backlash in some countries. It's likely this will lead to problems with international relations and possibly increased terrorism. Our troops are not the security wing of the oil companies, and this is no job for them. Nah, we protecting our oil. We are protecting that oil. Alright, let's see how I did this round. Okay, fake news is widespread. Great. It's because people are stupid, I guess. Education is down. Fake news is the widespread distribution of opinion and rumor dressed up as fact, a tool of political extremists, and also often used to generate revenue by unscrupulous online media sources which thrive on anger and confrontation. Fake news effectively monetizes political anger and discontent. Well, shit. Alright, I gotta start putting some money towards education. Credit rating's going down because the GDP is going down. Yeah, my deficit just went right back up. That's awesome. Alright, alright. It's time to raise some taxes. Uh, let's see. You need education like a mug. Let's see, tech schools. We'll throw some money at the tech schools. Can't change that. Education. Adult education subsidies. Way to encourage people to retrain and continue their education after they join the workforce. This includes classes. I can't afford that. Compulsory work. It's hard to get people the skills they need. So what, do I need to put money in state broadcasting? This can serve as a defense against biased or fake news. But a compulsory TV tax. Damn. Yeah, I gotta do something. I can't have these people lying on me like that. Not the best money well spent to tax people. I'm gonna be mad that I raised taxes, probably. Ah, I fucked up because I lowered the state broadcast. Oops. Oh well. And then raised it. Journalist jailed. Yeah. The chick who wants her mom to die. Budget. I'm still liked. The global economy is doing okay, but we are in a neither boom nor bust cycle. Great. Well, oh, what kind of policy? Technology grants? Let's see. The government can provide state funding to encourage businesses to invest in new and exciting technologies. Although this helps give us a competitive advantage and can create jobs, it can be argued that it's a unnecessary distortion to the market. We're gonna spend that money, man. I need people. I need people with some skills. And of course, the religious people are gonna be all pissy about it. Damn, that's a lot. 14 billy? Let's do 10. Holy crap. Yeah, we're cutting some military. Sorry, Patriots. Daddy's gotta do what daddy's gotta do. See if we actually save some money. No one wants to kill me. Not yet. Oh yeah, I messed up my trust on that last shit. Let's see. Polarization on our hands. Our data is showing that we will have a potentially bad situation. Press freedom. What I think is weird is the less press freedom there is, the more everyone likes it. I don't necessarily understand how that works. Well, how do I fix polarization? I'm the one who started it by putting money back into the state frickin' broadcast after I took it away. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's see. I'm in the middle there, huh? Eat breakfast in a typical Builder's Cafe. Nothing could be easier and better for showing off that you're a regular citizen and enjoying a nice traditional breakfast at an ordinary cafe for working people. Obviously, you know what to order and how to eat it perfectly naturally in front of 200 cameras. Yeah, let's do that. I need their trust back. There we go. Hey, I'm not a bad guy. I might flip-flop on some of my policies, but I'm not a bad guy. Look at this, I'm killing it, dude. The leftists, they don't even have a chance. Nuclear spending? Look, we can cut back on some nuclear spending. Oh, no, I can't. Citizenship tests. I don't know, man. I don't want to keep pissing off the Patriots. Um, Fuck the trade unionists. How about that? How can I fuck them over? I want to take their money. Look, Labor Bank holiday. This makes Labor Day an official bank holiday, thus reminding citizens that it's not all about money in our life. While this will certainly help increase the happiness of the working class and everyone who wants to have a good time, it will have a slight negative impact on the economy because a day wasted is money lost. Should just get rid of the holiday altogether. It's tempting, but I'm not. Work safety law. Okay. Wow, productivity goes down the more I put money on it. Huh. Huh. Geez, that'll barely take a nick off the budget if I screw them over like that. Hmm. Science funding. That's an important one. I'm still trying to find cuts though. Game hunting restriction. Let's cut back on that. Environmentalist, kiss my ass. There we go. Keep them licensed. Just put a little bit more money towards it. Hmm. See, gay marriage. Oh, we want less of that. Easy W for the religious. Jury trial, if requested, we can drop some funding for that. Positive discrimination. There are calls for a law to expressly set quotas for the employment of ethnic DEI. We are not doing DEI. Y'all are wildin'. Yeah. I think Homegirl's about to leave after that. Oh, this is the one who wants to leave. Good. Bye. Look, deficit dropped 112 billion. Ah, here comes the freaking food crisis, though. I can't have this situation again. I gotta get health food and CO2 emission stuff. So this is when you tell people, eat healthy. Let's see a tax. Oh yeah, it's health food subsidies. That's what it was. You put this joint out. Do like a medium, yeah. Let's do 1 Billy. Look, you do that, and then you pair that with health healthy eating campaign. Don't put too much money in it though. Just enough to go alongside with the subsidies, right? No, I'll just leave it where it's at. Cost me no political capital. And then we can do the water meters. The installation of water meters for every household and the subsequent charging for water based on consumption is one very effective method for reducing water usage and preventing a water shortage, although it can be a long, slow process. Oh, but also, this is a food situation. I mean, they go hand in hand, I guess. I want to see, what is the city farms? I think that actually might even be better. Yeah. City farm. City boy! Yeah, we want to drop. Let's go maximum. We're dropping the food price overnight. But let's raise a little bit more taxes. A corporate tax. My GDP goes down. No. Oh, airline tax? That's easy. Yeah. Damn, GDP goes down with that too, though. Alright, alcohol tax then. That doesn't affect GDP. Good to 2 Billy. The ethnic minorities. What can I give them? Eh. Damn. I think I'm gonna hold on to this shit. Flag burning law. No. You ain't burning flags in my country. Not our flag. Always gotta satisfy the liberals before I leave. Let's see, ethnic minorities. They like foreign aid. There you go. Like a tiny bit extra foreign aid. And Shannon wants to leave. Diplomatic immunity. A foreign diplomat has fled the country after allegedly killing a citizen in a car crash. They used their diplomatic immunity to travel back to their home nation unchallenged by law enforcement. Although expected to obey the law, there are thousands of foreign diplomats within our borders operating above it. The public see this as a gross miscarriage of justice. Yeah, you think? Ah, there's the water shortage. Our voters are polarized. Uh-oh, they're gonna start... These assholes are gonna start protesting. Still get most of the vote. The budget ain't crazy. Alright. We are going to stop it for there for now. I think this is a better beginning run than whatever the hell I was doing before. It's the Second Crusade. Cool. Alright. That's it for today and probably the week. Peace out, y'all.